everyone. Welcome to our Sunday showcase of new plays. Today we're going to be presenting a brand new play by one of our local playwrights and actors, Kali Kardas. If you caught last night's Much Ado About Nothing, you might have seen her as the sassy maid, Margaret. And a couple of weeks ago, she was a different sassy maid in Tartuffe. We're really excited to have her here today to talk a little bit about this brand new play that we're debuting for her. Hi, Kali.
Hello, Rachel. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you to the Majestic for putting on all of these digital Dionysian delights.
It's definitely the best thing that Jimbo says every time. It makes me grin.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited to workshop this play today. It is a new play that I wrote about family and how sometimes family is complicated. And I also wrapped in my personal love of cooking and baking into it. I started out this play actually intending for it to just be a 10-minute play. And I thought, I wonder if I can make a whole play happen inside of a kitchen. So that's how it started, and I wanted it to be all women because I'm a big champion for women in theater. And I'm feeling just very touched by the response I've gotten so far. So I hope everyone enjoys it.
I think they will. I certainly loved reading it. It made me hungry and then touched my heart by turns. So I think our audience will have a similar reaction. Thank you so much for letting us put this on. And audience, enjoy it because we're about to launch into it. So please enjoy Hugs and Quiches by Kali Kardas.
Hugs and Quiches. Act 1, Scene 1. A kitchen with an island counter is on center stage. Martha stands at the counter staring over a cookbook, going over details. She is covered in flour. There are prep bowls of ingredients next to her, and a small cell phone tripod with a phone set up to be a camera on it. After a moment, she looks up and smiles with all the cheese she can muster.
Hello, friends. Today we'll be making my favorite, pistachio bundt cake. I know some of my followers will think, oh, bundt cake, Martha, really? So old-fashioned. But here's my defense of bundt cakes. They are easy to make. They look pretty without much decoration. They are great for cutting small slices for parties. And this one in particular tastes amazing. So let's get started. First, we need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to sift it with one of those,
June, who are you talking to?
Oh, Mom. I'm making a video for my baking channel.
Baking channel?
On YouTube, Mom. I'm baking a pistachio cake.
You haven't even started and you've already managed to cover yourself in flour.
June starts to clean up the mess.
I had a little accident getting the flour down. Anyhow, it adds to my charm.
Yeah, we'll clean up the mess when you're done, all right?
Of course, Mom.
You're putting these videos up online, publicly?
Yes.
So, just anyone can watch you cook in our kitchen?
That's the idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Nope.
I see. Well, maybe comb your hair a little better next time. You don't have any film equipment, lights or anything.
There's a 7-year-old who reviews toys from his mom's iPhone with 10 million followers. I can make it work.
7? Geez, that seems too old, too young for that kind of thing. I can't even believe his parents would agree to that.
I imagine they're running it for him. He's been doing it for years.
Wow, well then, you've got yourself all figured out.
I would have thought you'd understand something like this. You used to love sharing your baking with people.
That was different. I shared them with the people in the neighborhood.
But now you don't. Why not?
Listen, Martha, I'm not saying you can't have your little show thing. I'm just concerned. There's bad people out there, like I said, and you can't just always know what's going to happen. The internet is a million times worse because anyone in the whole world could find you.
This is how life works now. I can't be successful without that kind of exposure. Any job I get in the future will look for what I've accomplished online. They'll look at my Facebook and my Instagram and see if I'm well behaved and capable of presenting myself. They'll see this cooking channel and they'll think that's the kind of gal we want. Wholesome and hardworking and passionate.
Oh, so you're doing this for a job?
Not exactly. It's just an example.
So someone's going to see this and say, oh, look at the pretty innocent girl. I'm going to take that innocence for myself.
That's pretty dark, Mom.
It happens, though. It happens all the time.
Why don't you trust me to handle myself?
Because you're a child, dear. You haven't developed all your judgment yet.
I'm not a child. I practically run this house myself.
Martha rips off her apron and exits hurriedly. June holds for a moment. Then she approaches Martha's cooking station. She tries to touch Martha's phone, but it's password protected. Her eyes turn to the script on the table.
I learned to bake this cake from my mother. She's my baking inspiration. She used to get up early on Saturday mornings, and by the time we'd be down for breakfast, she'd not only have fresh biscuits, excuse me, and bacon and eggs done for us, but a beautifully glazed cake or a perfectly arranged platter of cookies.
She turns away from the counter. After a moment, she looks at the baking ingredients and gingerly runs her fingers over the bowls, the eggs, the bag of sugar. She picks up Martha's apron and dusts it off and folds it. Martha re-enters.
Just grabbing my phone.
I'm sorry, baby.
I'm not your baby anymore.
I know. You're your own person.
Lots of people share their creativity with the world without incident.
It's not an unreasonable concern, you know?
I'll be careful.
I hope so. Anyway, I will let you get back to it. Sorry I interrupted.
Oh, never mind.
What?
Do you want to do it with me?
Maybe some other time. I can teach you how to make that cardamom loaf you used to love.
Really?
Sure.
I'd like that.
Great. Well, have fun, baby. I mean, Martha.
Okay.
Okay.
They exit. Scene 2. The next day, Miranda enters and opens the fridge. She's just staring at it. Martha walks in.
If you're looking for meaning in your life, it's not in there.
Ooh, aren't you just so gosh darn clever?
I'd like to think so.
Must be nice to have your confidence.
It's all right, I suppose. It's all a front, though. Inside, I'm just a ball of imposter syndrome-driven anxiety, just like everyone else.
I'm hungry.
I have cake.
I can't eat cake, Martha. God. Mom has me on a diet.
What? Since when do you do what Mom says anyway?
Since she told me I can go on a diet or start paying rent.
Jesus.
I know.
Maybe you should move out.
Maybe you should shut up.
Seriously, though, she can't hold that over you like that. You're a grown-ass woman, Miranda.
Ooh, watch your mouth, young lady.
Please.
You can't move out.
Why not? You have a job.
It's a crap job.
So Get a better one.
Oh, sure, no problem. I'll just take my high school diploma and start peddling it to all those high-powered offices on Tower Avenue.
Have you not thought about going back to school?
Only every day I clock into my crappy job.
Maybe you should.
Did I not tell you a minute ago that I'm starving? Go easy on me.
I can't wait for college. Hopefully far away from this little town.
Good for you. Get out of this shithole.
Language?
I'm a grown-ass woman. I say what I want.
Well, at least I get to eat what I want.
Ooh, enjoy that adolescent metabolism while you got it, little sis. Aw, you are such a brat.
Have you lost any weight?
Yeah, down 4 pounds my first week, but I'm still hungry and grumpy all the time.
Maybe you're in withdrawal from sugar addiction.
You're the sugar addict in this family. Anyway, why don't you get off my case? It's bad enough I got Mom breathing down my neck every 5 seconds.
Mom's been acting weird lately.
Yeah, duh. She put me on a diet.
She's really bothered by me making these videos.
Well, it's pretty weird.
It's not that weird. She thinks some creep is gonna stalk me or something.
Well, we did have that neighbor that got really creepy with her over her chocolate chip cookies.
What are you talking about?
June enters in her nightgown and robe.
Morning, girls.
This afternoon.
Sass me. My yogurt's gone. Miranda, your section of the fridge is the middle shelf.
I didn't eat your yogurt.
I used it in my cake. Sorry, Mom.
Oh, that's fine, baby.
But not fine if I had eaten it.
Martha is still my dependent.
Or she's not the fat one.
For God's sake, Miranda, I never said you were fat. I just want you to start taking better care of yourself.
I put on clothes today. I think I'm ahead of you.
Miranda, do you have to work today?
No, I work every Sunday.
But not till 5, and you're dressed like you're going somewhere.
I have an interview. It's not that big of a deal. It's a supervisor shift. It's only like $1 raise, but the hours are better.
That's great, sis. Good job.
I thought you were staying on the swing shift so you could go to school.
That was 2 years ago, Mom.
So you're staying there at the Walmart.
Yep, I guess I am.
Let me pack you a lunch, Mimi. I'll make you a nice salad.
You don't have to do that.
Didn't I tell you I ran into Danny Speck's mother at the store yesterday?
Nice seg.
I hadn't seen her in months.
Because you never leave the house.
She looks wretched. She told me Danny's graduating a year early from the University of Washington. Isn't that nice? He was always a smart boy.
Ooh, are those pine nuts? Fancy.
I wonder if he'll move back home for a while.
I'm sure Danny Speck has better things to do.
Well, his dad's been really sick, you know.
I heard.
Maybe we should send them a care package.
She didn't say anything about him having a girlfriend.
That's a nice thought, Martha, but we'd have to be cool about it. Tana hates feeling like a charity case. Also, maybe don't include a card.
Oh, for sure. I can be cool.
Yeah, you're the very definition of chill.
She said he would be home to visit anyhow. Miranda, maybe we should go shopping for a new outfit.
At Walmart? I can use my employee discount.
We can drive up to Boise if you like.
I have to go. Thank you for the salad, Marmar.
I'm just trying to help.
You're not fucking helping.
Hey, don't swear at me like that.
A new outfit, Mom? Are you serious? Do you think you're being subtle? Danny Speck wouldn't look at me if I was on the Oscars best dressed list. He's going to be in Seattle. making 200 grand a year next year, and can marry a supermodel if he wants. Think I don't know I'm a loser, Mom? Is that it? You need to slither out of your room once a day to remind me?
You know, you got a lot to offer, Miranda. Maybe you just need the right motivation. You'd be very pretty if you just lost a few more pounds, put on a little bit of makeup, brushed your hair. What?
I think she'd be happy if you just accepted her the way she is, Mom.
I do. I love her. I let her live here.
Do you need the kitchen today?
No, unless you want me to make dinner.
I'll make dinner for myself.
All right, you just clean up after.
I always do, Mom.
I know, you're a good girl. Go easy on the cake. You can't have a house full of cake.
Were you going to show me how to make that Cardamom Loaf today?
Not today.
When?
I'm not even sure I even remember how to make it.
Baking used to make you so happy. What happened?
People in town stopped wanting what I had to offer.
Why, though?
I don't know. I guess they don't like divorced women.
Mom, what?
I gotta get upstairs and get to work.
Martha opens her laptop, feeling frustrated. Miranda re-enters, her hair pulled back into a ponytail.
Thank you for the salad.
Anytime. Hey, look, I got my first 100 subscribers. My pistachio cake video is getting traction.
That's great, sis. Good for you. What's wrong?
Oh, just some dumb comment.
What's it say?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit. Shit.
It's fine, Mimi.
Mom can't see this.
She won't. I'm deleting it right now. People write all kinds of dumb random things online.
Will you just delete it?
Of course.
And maybe
Maybe what?
you shouldn't do these videos.
Ugh, you too?
Just think about it, Martha. This was day one. It will keep happening.
So what? We can't let the jerks win.
Jerks always win.
You're so negative all the time.
That's life, little girl.
Not in my world. I'm not like you. I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to let Mom ruin me.
Excuse me?
You let her walk all over you. Well, that's not me. I'm going to be a pastry chef or a TV host or something amazing.
I sincerely hope you do, princess. But don't for a second think that you aren't lucky, that I didn't leave you here alone with that. I'm going to work.
End of scene. Scene 3. Later that day. Lights up on Martha, who's set up for another baking video. She is whipping egg whites.
What makes a chocolate mousse delicious is the airy lightness incorporated into heavy ingredients like sugar and chocolate. It feels like a fancy dessert, but actually requires no cooking and is only 6 ingredients. The hardest part is mixing the eggs. If you're scared to use raw eggs, there's a version you can make with just cream and gelatin. Some bloggers today even use avocado to make chocolate mousse, and you can make it without sugar for a healthier version, but I prefer the traditional way, especially paired with fresh berries. Once your egg whites are nice and fluffy, like this, slowly fold the chocolate mixture in, gently. I do this in about 6 portions. Once both bowls are incorporated, chill the mousse for at least 4 hours until it's set. And then, ta-da! Mousse. Join me next time when I make English-style scones and clotted cream. And please share, like, and subscribe to my channel.
End of scene. Scene 4. A few days later. Lights up on June, holding a cell phone to her ear.
Yeah, I got your check this week, but it's for half the amount, and I was just wondering if you were. We didn't discuss that at all. I realize she's an adult. It's just that we didn't talk about it and I didn't have any time to plan. Well, maybe if you hadn't abandoned her, she would be in college right now. I am doing my best. I got sober and did what was right for them. 12 years I've been taking care of our children, the ones you said you wanted, by myself. Don't give me that BS, Frankie. You want to punish me for the rest of my life? That's fine. But your daughters don't deserve this. It's not about the money. They haven't heard from you in years. You can't even bother to call them on their birthdays. And now you won't even contribute to the one thing you have been giving them? Oh, right. Okay, fine. Oh, no, that's fine, Frankie. Sorry, Frank. I'll see you in hell, Frank.
June hangs up and almost throws the phone against the wall, decides the better of it. She is visibly agitated when Miranda enters.
Hey,
Hi, sweetheart.
are you okay?
Yeah, of course. Everything's great. Why?
You look a little frazzled.
You know that cable company's so frustrating to talk to. They're trying to sign us up for some bundle or something. Anyway, you look nice.
Oh, well, thanks. I lost a few pounds.
I told you that eating plan would work. Do you feel good?
I'm still not convinced that it feels better than a grilled cheese sandwich.
Well, you can make a quesadilla with those cauliflower wraps I bought for you.
Yeah, it's not the same, but I don't mind my clothes fitting better.
You going somewhere?
It's a little embarrassing.
What?
Danny called and asked if we could get coffee.
Well, that's not embarrassing. I told you he'd want to see you.
His dad died.
Oh. That's terrible.
He was sick for a long time. Since we were in high school. I think Tana's probably relieved. It's hard though.
Yeah, sure. That stuff is never fun.
I'm trying to look like a supportive friend without looking too suggestive, but I don't want to look like a slob who works at Walmart either.
You look good. He'll be happy to have a friend.
Still can't believe you wanted to see me.
Well, you're his oldest friend.
I haven't really talked to him since he left for college. I just hit like on his Facebook posts.
You nervous?
Yeah, a little. We'll see that I'll say something insensitive.
Well, you do have a habit of that.
Yeah, I wonder where I get it.
No idea. Have a good time, sweetie.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Miranda exits. June gets a message alert on her phone. She reacts with horror. Martha enters, texting, flustered.
Hey, honey, what's wrong?
What?
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Nothing. What do you want for dinner?
I'm not hungry.
Oh, okay. Me neither. I'm just gonna go do my homework. I'll have a snack later.
Not doing another video today?
What? Not today. I posted one yesterday.
Going okay? Getting those likes and stuff?
Yeah, likes and stuff.
Anything wrong?
It's fine. Just have a lot to do.
Well, make sure you make time for you too.
Everything I do is for me, Mom. I'm a teenager.
You know what I mean. Recharge, relax. I don't know how you get wound up so tight.
I'm not. I'll relax this weekend. I relaxed. I did yoga this morning.
You know, you really are amazing, darling. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Mom. I gotta go. Study time.
You know, Miranda's getting coffee with Danny.
Yeah, she told me.
Oh, right. Of course she did. What about you? Any coffee dates I don't know about?
Gross, Mom.
It's not gross. You're a pretty girl. I don't see why you wouldn't have a boyfriend by now.
I'm too busy.
Or a girlfriend. I mean, that would be okay too. I still love you.
Leaving now.
Mm.
Martha exits. End of scene. Scene 5. Later that day, June is drinking tea at the table, looking through her checkbook. Miranda enters.
Oh, hi, honey. How's Danny doing?
He's pretty sad, but it's nice to see him. It felt good to be his friend again.
You know, he never should have broken up with you. It's really unfair.
I'm not sure it would have worked out anyway.
Why do you say that? You guys loved each other. You were happy.
Yeah, but we were kids, you know. He wanted to join the startup scene in Seattle, and I had to stay here.
You didn't want to stay here?
Someone had to make sure you were going to be okay. Someone had to take care of Martha.
Well, I think it could have found a way to make it work. I mean, it's almost impossible to find a good man.
More or less given up on the idea. I'll just stay here, become an old crone like you.
At least I won't be lonely. Did Danny seem interested in seeing you again?
He talked a lot about his dad, school, how much he loves Seattle. I don't know.
Well, Seattle's not so far away. Maybe you should go visit him.
That seems a little forward. Barely talked to him.
But you have all this history.
I guess we'll see. He's only here a couple more days and he needs to be with his mom.
Listen, honey,
I know, Mom. Maybe I could start thinking about a trip. Martha's practically taking care of us now. I suppose I don't have to be here all the time.
Martha's a good girl. She needs her sister, though.
So I shouldn't go?
I'm not saying that. I just mean Martha needs her sister. She doesn't confide in me. She needs someone she trusts.
I'm sure she trusts you as much as a teenage girl can.
I suppose. Well, I better get upstairs and log in.
I didn't think you worked today.
Oh, I'm just filling in for someone.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just working a little more. That's good, right?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
June exits. Miranda notices the checkbook and looks through it, then looks in the direction that June exited. End of scene. Scene 6. Martha and June are in the kitchen, prepping appetizer platters. Miranda enters wearing a black dress.
Well, that was kind of you to attend the funeral.
Poor Danny, he's thoroughly miserable. I'm not sure why we have funerals. Everyone's uncomfortable and sad, and you're supposed to get up and say things that make us feel better. But no one can say anything that's going to make you feel better about your dad dying.
Well, I think it does, you know. It helps us all to be together in mourning.
And none of us feel better about living together.
Oh, that's unnecessary. What time are they heading over here?
They're not coming.
Well, I asked Tana last week, and she said that was thoughtful of me.
She didn't actually say yes, according to her.
She said,
You heard what you wanted to hear, Mom. They have a bunch of family in town. They don't have time to come over here and make you feel like a better person.
"You really are so rude to me."
I wouldn't be if you weren't such a selfish asshole.
"Don't swear."
I wouldn't be if you weren't a selfish bitch. Oh, that's still swearing. I'm out of correct words to describe you.
"Did not raise you to be so disrespectful."
That's exactly how you raised me.
"What's that supposed to mean?"
You're an agoraphobic who does nothing but criticize people.
"I've taken care of you girls all by myself all these years without your father. And the things I say to you are meant for your best interest. I'm trying to help."
You've helped enough, I'd say. I've had enough of your helping over the years. You should have seen Tana's face when I told her you weren't coming. She was relieved. Relieved, Mom.
"That woman cannot let things go. I have tried to be sweet to her."
I think she's been more than civil to you after everything you've done.
Mom, why don't we pack this up and take it over to Tana's? Would that be all right? We still get the credit and you don't have to clean up.
"Fine. I'll go change."
What's your problem?
You! Mom! Danny! My stomach flab!
What did I do?
You're just a little much to live up to, little sister. You could tone it down a bit. Maybe date a biker or something.
Sounds a whole lot like you're blaming the world for your problems.
There you go. Being wise.
What do you want me to say? Poor Miranda, poor you. Your life is so terrible and it's totally everyone else's fault.
I just want you to shut up. You wouldn't even let me finish my fight with Mom.
Wow. Okay.
Martha packs up the rest of the food and walks out. Miranda watches her, itching for her to say something to keep the fight going. But Martha exits.
Ooh, that was unsatisfying.
Bring, bring! Bring, bring!
Hello? Oh, hi, Danny. Oh, cool. Really? Are you sure your family won't be upset if we're gone? Yeah, I get that for sure. Okay, what time? Yeah, see you soon.
End scene. Scene 7. Lights up on Miranda, sitting on the floor in a dress, drinking from a wine bottle. Martha enters in her pajamas and sleepily grabs a glass from the cupboard. She pours water from the fridge and is startled when she sees Miranda on the floor.
Oh, hey, are you okay?
What do you think?
Here, have a glass of water.
All the hydration I need is right here. Thanks.
Alcohol isn't hydrating, drunkie. So what happened?
Danny called earlier tonight. Met him at the Jackalope.
How romantic.
I mean, between that and the titty bar across the street, it's what we got.
Fair.
Things are going well. I'm trying to be cool because he's breathing and stuff. I don't want to make it about me, but I'm looking at him over my tall glass of gin and tonic, and I'm thinking he's even more beautiful than he was in high school. For the first time in years, little sister, I felt such a strong yearning. He was talking about school and Seattle and telling me about hikes he's been on. Wanted a break from being sad. It's going well. We're laughing, and he reaches for my hand, and I think to myself, holy shit, I might get laid tonight.
Okay, maybe a little too much sharing?
Can you believe it? Right as I'm working up the courage to ask if he wants me to get a room, in walks Justin Broom and Peter Gill.
The bros.
The broiest of bros. They come in all loud and belligerent. I think they were across the street before they came into our bar. And he pulled his hand away, and as soon as he heard their voices,
Ouch.
super ouch. They weasel their way into our booth and they buy us both drinks. We have an okay time. The window's closed. Things wind down after an hour, and then they convince me to go back to Justin's apartment to play Halo after a very deep nostalgia dive into video games. No.
Nothing happened then?
They all get up and I sort of awkwardly follow them outside. He says it was so nice to hang out with me again before he has to fly back to school tomorrow. He says he hopes I'm happy here. My promoting works out okay, and gives a firm friend zone hug before he piles into the boys' car and they drive away. And I'm feeling like a complete idiot, or even hoping that he might want a fatter, more depressed, less accomplished version of me. He's probably getting anyone he wants in Seattle. Just the way he said it, like he hopes I'm happy here. Like he believes this life is what I really want.
I'm so sorry, sis. Maybe you can go to Seattle too. You always liked the city.
I'm not going to follow some guy like a sad puppy.
He's not some guy, though. He's your Danny.
It's not my anything. Made that pretty clear tonight.
Don't go to Seattle then. Travel or go to school or join a circus.
Martha.
I can't stand to see you like this. You're just wasting away here. I don't understand.
I'm not wasting away. Don't say stuff like that to me.
You are. You're smart and talented, and you had dreams once.
I don't know anything, Martha.
Then tell me. Tell me why you're okay with being in this boring town and working retail the rest of your life, because it's driving me nuts.
I can't leave her.
What?
I can't leave her again.
Mom, she'll be fine.
No, Martha, please. You have to stop being so encouraging.
Never thought anyone would say that to me.
You don't know what it's like when Mom is alone.
Sure I do. I know she gets lonesome, but Miranda, you can't spend the rest of your life with Mom.
I won't, just until you leave for college.
That's still 3 years away.
I'm done talking about this.
No, Miranda, this has to stop. You can't ruin your life because you're worried about me.
Sure I can.
I'm going to get Mom right now and tell her you're drunk.
Don't do that.
Just tell me the truth. I'm so sick of being treated like a baby. Tell me what happened.
Fine. You want to know? Just remember, you asked for it. 5 years ago, I went on a summer exchange to France.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I stayed with Dad that summer.
I was happy there. My host family showed me all over Paris. I ate all the bread and cheese I wanted without Mom's judgment bearing down on me. It was painting. I didn't feel ready to come home, but towards the end of summer, I knew something was wrong. Mom wasn't responding to my emails. When she answers the phone, she sounded tired and distracted. I had a sense of dread my whole flight home. When I landed at the airport, Mom wasn't there. I called home. No one answered. I didn't know what else to do. I just got on the shuttle back to town. When I get home, the house was dark. It was a mess. Dishes and trash everywhere. Reeked. It smelled like booze and vomit. I don't know. I called out, Mom, Mom, and nothing. I found her in here, face down on the floor. She was barely breathing and covered. I called 911. I didn't know what else to do. I thought she was dying. She may have been dying.
Oh, no.
We got to the hospital and Danny's mom was there working. Tana was Mom's nurse. She had to pump her stomach. It was full of alcohol and sleeping pills.
Was she trying to...
I don't know. I don't think so. I think she just thought she was medicating and it got out of hand. Anyway, I go into the room and Mom wakes up still drunk and starts babbling about how Tana's husband loved her cookies.
What does that mean? Oh my God.
She kept going. I think Tana took a little too much pleasure shoving that tube down Mom's throat.
You were still with Danny.
Yeah, he broke up with me the next day.
Because of Mom?
He told me that we grew apart while I was gone, but it wasn't very convincing. I could sense the disgust in his tone. But that could have also been me feeling ashamed. Either way, he and I weren't going to make it through knowing that.
I can't believe Tana told him.
She may not have. He could have overheard Tana tell someone else, or someone else told him. The hospital isn't exactly private. I don't know.
I'd have left home as soon as possible.
You've always been braver than me, little Marmar.
I don't feel brave.
You learn things. You stick up for yourself. Put yourself out there on YouTube.
Yeah, you too. I don't know. Maybe you were right about that.
What do you mean?
The troll. He's still commenting all this sick stuff about me.
Like what?
That I'm ugly and stupid and I'm a slut and stuff.
You're not. You're beautiful and smart and virginal.
Just feels really personal and stuff about Mom too. Keep baking. Maybe you can take treats around to the neighbors and see if you get the same rewards your mom did. I think you might be right. I think it's not some rando. I mean, do you think it can't be Danny, right?
Because of what I just told you?
Well, I mean, his dad just died. Maybe he's grieving or something.
My God. I hope not. Fuck. I mean, his family isn't the only one that Mom, be anyone. It's gotta be someone bro-y, right? Like those dip faces Justin and Peter.
Maybe I should just stop. No wonder Mom didn't want me to put myself out there.
I don't want you to stop. I watched your videos. They're really good, sis. I was wrong.
Thanks. I'll figure it out, I guess. If I keep deleting the comments, maybe they'll get bored with it eventually.
I'll protect you.
You always do. You know, Mom's an adult. If she can't take care of herself, that's not your responsibility.
I know.
Don't you want to live your own life?
Sometimes. But then I talk myself out of it.
Why?
Because things just don't tend to work out.
I hate her.
Don't say that.
I hate that she does this to you. I hate that she tries to control you. I hate that Dad was so ashamed of her that he left town.
Dad left all three of us.
He got a job and left her, and she wouldn't let him take us.
He didn't want us.
Yes, he did. He told me he did.
So go live with him then. You think Dad's so great? Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Act 2, Scene 1. The next morning. Lights up on Martha fixing breakfast, and Miranda nursing her hangover with some coffee. June enters.
Good morning.
Morning.
You go out with Danny last night?
Why do you ask?
Well, I heard you drive up after midnight. I'd assumed you'd been out.
I did. Yeah.
And
Nothing. He's going back to school today.
did you even try?
Try?
Yeah, to tell him you wanted to get back together.
You've never even asked me if that's what I wanted.
It's the only thing you've wanted since you left.
Because you can't imagine a full-grown woman wanting something other than a man.
Name one thing you've wanted for your life since you graduated high school.
Some peace and quiet?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not as dumb as you think I am, Miranda.
No. I didn't tell him I wanted to get back together. I can't think of anything more pathetic. Even if I did, which I'm not saying I do, it'd never work. He doesn't plan on coming back here again, like ever. He says he's going to convince his mom to move out there so he never has to see this loser town or anyone in it ever again.
Well, I doubt he said it like that.
Maybe you should leave Mimi alone.
I'm her mother.
She doesn't need your help.
She needs someone's help.
Not yours.
It's fine, Mar.
It's not fine. Nothing is fine. I listen to her pick on you every single morning. Guess what, Mom? Nothing has changed. Your brand of motivational speaking has failed. So lay off already. Try being a role model.
Oh, a united front of sisters against their mother. Miranda, did you turn my baby against me?
I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, I've done my best to raise you girls all on my own.
You know.
I don't think you have.
I worked 2 jobs. I made a lot of sacrifices after your father left.
She's just mad, Mom. You don't have to defend yourself to her.
Well, what she's mad about?
What sacrifices? Are you talking about drinking? It's not being drunk a sacrifice to you?
Martha?
Is not sleeping around a sacrifice to you?
Martha, no.
How dare you, you little spoiled brat. Do you have any idea how hard I work just to get out of bed every morning? You have no clue what I've been through. But that just goes to show how hard I've worked to protect you. You have no idea. You just stick to baking and studying and spending time with your friends.
While we just live with secrets and lies and meanness at home?
Ha! Listen here, princess. The world is a cruel and dark place. And it won't be any skin off my back to hide that from you as long as I can.
Maybe I would rather know the truth. Maybe Miranda would rather have some respect and some freedom.
She has freedom. She can do whatever she wants to do.
Except move out.
I never said she couldn't move out.
But you've never encouraged her to do it either. I think that's weird.
Martha.
Of course she can move out if she wants to. She's an adult.
But she won't because of you. She doesn't want to leave you alone. She is the one making sacrifices.
Stop it. Stop it, Martha. Jesus.
I'm done now.
What the hell was that about?
I think she's finally hit that teenage rebellion phase.
I would hate to think she knows more than she should about certain things.
She'll be all right. It's just hormones.
They eat breakfast for a minute in awkward silence.
We could go to the airport if you want to tell Danny goodbye.
Damn it, Mom.
Miranda picks up her plate and exits. June is left alone, pouting. The doorbell rings. Ding dong! It's not a sound June is used to hearing. She gets up and answers the door. Tana comes in, carrying June's food containers.
Tana, you didn't have to return those. I'm sorry you had to go to the trouble yourself coming over here. Can I get you a cup of tea?
No.
What can I do for you?
I came here to say I don't want whatever that was you tried to pull last night. And that if you think you can just walk into my home and act like we're friends, you have another thing coming.
Well, I don't know what you mean. I just brought food. That's what you do when someone passes away.
No, you didn't just bring food. You showed your face to my whole family as if what you did means nothing. What were you thinking?
Well, I wanted to show some kindness.
A kindness would have been to leave me alone. Now, when I think of my husband's memorial, I'm just going to remember your face coming through the door with cold cuts like you belong there. No, it took Greg and I years to recover from your poison, and now he's gone. And you don't get to be the thing I remember about him.
My poison?
Yes, your manipulative victim card playing bullshit that you sucked him into.
Is that what he told you?
Shut up. I came here to say you need to stay out of my life, stay away from my family, and you tell that daughter of yours that my son is not interested in mingling with bad blood.
That's not fair, Tana. It's not right. Miranda is a good girl, and you know she is. Those kids belong together.
No, maybe they could have, but you ruined any chance they had. There is no way Danny is spending holidays with the woman who almost destroyed our family. Danny was just a kid, June, but he was the one who held me when I cried. He was the one waiting up for Greg to get me home. You want to act like it never happened. What a luxury for you. But I won't have it.
So you would keep them from each other just to not have to look at me at Christmas?
Danny will find someone else. Someone from a good family who has goals and works hard like he does.
Don't you dare suggest that Miranda doesn't work hard. She is the only reason I'm even alive right now. She gave up everything to take care of me. She works harder than anyone I know. And she's the only one in my life who knows how to forgive, even when I don't deserve it.
I don't care about your sob story or whether Miranda still has a crush on my boy. I came here to say stay away from me, stay out of my house, and shame on you for showing up today. You don't get to move on because I haven't, and I will never forgive you. Never. So back off.
Fine.
You never even said you're sorry for what you did.
You're right.
Aren't you sorry?
No.
Because you're an evil, poisonous person. That's why I don't want you around. Maybe I could have forgiven you, but you never asked me to forgive you. How can you be so shameless?
Oh, I have shame. But not about Greg. My only regret is that he chose to go back to you. You always judge me, and I'm sure it just killed you to know that when Greg needed someone else, he came to me. Sounds like it still does.
How dare you?
I think that's enough, Tana. You said your piece. Now you should go home to your in-laws.
Stay out of it, Miranda. I should have done this years ago.
Well, you didn't, and now you're on our property. You need to leave.
He didn't need you. He didn't love you. He was my husband, and now he's gone, and you took so much of him for yourself. But he was mine. He was mine.
Well, that
Miranda,
was fun. Well, that was fun.
How much did you hear?
It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry about Danny, Miranda.
Forget it. Can you imagine having a mother-in-law like that? It's all for the best. I'll find something else to do with my life.
You're a good girl, Miranda.
Thanks, Mom.
Scene 2. Later that day, June enters with her cell phone, looking anxious and nervous. She puts her phone on the counter and grabs a stepladder and feels around the highest shelf on a cabinet until she produces a small bottle of vodka. She takes a long swig. Martha is suddenly heard coming home through the front door. June rushes to hide the bottle as Martha enters.
Hi, sweetie. I thought you had practice after school.
coach is sick, so they canceled. Why?
No reason. You just surprised me.
Why is the stepladder out?
I was just gonna dust the cabinets.
Okay. What do you want for dinner?
I don't know if I'm gonna be very hungry, you know. Just make whatever you like, okay? You need grocery money?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, here's some cash.
Mom!
Don't judge me, Martha.
Where is it?
Nowhere. Nothing.
I can't believe this. Where'd you even get it?
Stop, Martha. Stop it. Please don't do it. You're not supposed to be home right now.
Martha looks all over the kitchen and finally finds the bottle and holds it up to June.
Is this why you're not hungry?
I've got it all under control. No! Don't waste it!
June is protesting while Martha dumps out the bottle over the sink. Martha elbows June away while June tries to get the bottle back.
You meddling brat!
Is there more?
No?
I don't believe you.
Martha keeps looking. June grabs her around the waist and holds her tight, trying to keep her away from the cupboards. Martha fights her off. In the process, accidentally hits June. June cries out in pain and lets go of Martha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Are you okay?
Damn it, Martha, my nose!
Sorry. I'm really sorry.
You just have to fix everything, don't you?
Are you okay?
No,
What's wrong?
I'm a terrible mother.
That's probably true, but we love you still.
It's very comforting.
Fine. You're not a terrible mother, but you can't start drinking again, Mom. You can't do that to Miranda, not after what you put her through.
What did she tell you?
About when she came back from Paris?
Oh, God. She shouldn't have told you.
I pushed her after she got home last night. She was upset. She didn't want to tell me.
She was drunk.
Well, yeah.
Kind of funny, isn't it? Miranda losing her resolve to alcohol after trying to keep me from it all these years.
Hilarious.
Well, not funny, haha. That night was the only time I had any alcohol since your father left. Till today, I guess.
Why did you start again?
I can't tell you.
Is it because I was acting up this morning? I'm sorry about that. I was trying to defend Miranda.
No, it's not you. Oh, sweetie, no, it's your father.
What about him?
Well, he's been sending child support every month, and this month he didn't send enough to cover the mortgage, and I got a little worked up.
You talked to him?
No, I've been trying to reach him.
So these messages from Frank on your phone are a different Frank?
Yes.
You've had his number this whole time? For years after we asked if we could try to call him on our own?
It's not like that. I had to track him down after the money thing.
You said his number was dead, and you were sure he would call us when he was ready. You've been hiding him. I bet you gave him wrong numbers for us, too, and he thinks we don't want to talk to him.
You don't want to talk to him, Martha. Trust me. It's not like he made any special effort to see you. I mean, he didn't even come to Miranda's high school graduation. He left. He left you, too.
That's not true. I stayed with him for a whole summer.
He only took you so he could leave you with his mother during the day and get out of paying child support for 3 months. Do you remember him spending any quality time with you? Or maybe just a bunch of soaps and secondhand smoke with Grandma.
He was nice to me. He told me I was pretty. He called me Sweet Pea.
Oh, yeah, he's charming, sure. But he had no problem bringing you home once I was out of the hospital. He didn't even bother to make sure I was well enough to take care of you.
You made him that way. All the crap you did to him. He didn't want us because of you.
I did a lot of humiliating things. A lot of terrible things. I get that. And he had every right to leave me. But that doesn't make him a good person, Martha. He was completely fine with my drinking until I embarrassed him. He used to say, what was it? He used to say he liked me better after a few beers. Heck, everyone did. When we were young, I was the fun, sexy party girl. It was my whole social life. Everyone looked a blind eye until my problem got so bad it was wrecking other homes. They all abandoned me, one by one, Martha. These people who were all my friends, they stopped calling. They stopped coming over. They stopped accepting the one thing that made me truly happy, my baking. And then he left, Martha. It was my low point. And not once did he say I should get help. No one helped me, not a soul, except for Miranda, who was too young to be nursing her mother. So don't judge me for not wanting to share you with him. He pretty much left us all for dead. I was sick and he left you both alone with me without a concern for my health or your safety.
You still should have let me figure out all that for myself.
I should have done a lot of things differently, but everything I've done has been to keep you safe. Believe it or not, I love you. I need you.
I love you too, Mom.
I don't want to fight with you, Martha. I know I'm a disaster, but I try. I'll never live my reputation down in town, and heck, I can't even be seen at church praying for forgiveness without people making snide comments or throwing dirty looks. The only purpose I have left in this world is making sure you girls are okay.
That's a little dramatic, Mom.
Fine.
Why did we stay here if everyone is so awful?
I don't make much money, and I just never thought we could afford it. Plus, this town is still my home. I've been here my whole life. Didn't really think much about it moving.
I feel like this is the first honest conversation we've ever had.
It could be.
Feels better, doesn't it?
I don't know. Not sure how I feel about my daughter being more mature than me.
Mom, I have to ask you, is there any more?
June hands the last bottle to Martha, and Martha dumps it out. End scene. Scene 3. Martha's video setup. She has a new camera now, something sleek and made for online broadcasting. There are eggs and vegetables. She is rolling a pastry crust.
Quiche is an excellent centerpiece to brunch, but can also make a great dinner with a salad. They freeze well, so keeping one in the freezer for nights you don't feel like cooking is always a good idea. Today, I'm loading mine with zucchini, tomatoes, eggplant, and shallots. So it's sort of a ratatouille-inspired quiche. I'm using Roma tomatoes and a Japanese-style eggplant so that the vegetables are all about the same size when cut into round slices. You can make a really pretty arrangement in the quiche that way. So my pastry's all rolled out. I'm just going to fit it nicely into my little tart pan here.
What are you doing?
Making quiche.
For your internet show?
Yes.
I thought you were done with that.
I'm making 2. This is my second one.
I mean your show. I thought you would quit.
Why would I do that?
I thought, no reason. I don't know. Sorry.
What did you think?
Listen, Martha, I was hoping that I could talk to you about earlier. Let's not tell your sister about what happened. If that's all right. It would just break her heart.
You don't care if her heart is broken.
That's hurtful, Martha.
It's true.
No, it isn't. Stop making me into such a heartless bitch.
What did you just say?
I said stop turning me into such a witch. How many times do I have to tell you I love you and your sister?
You said heartless bitch.
Don't repeat that word.
It's you! It was you this whole time. I can't believe it.
Me what?
Of course. You're the only one who could know what to say about us. Oh, God, I'm gonna be sick. Oh, my God, Mom, how could you? Oh, my God, oh, my God.
How could I what? How could I what?
You're my troll. That's why you thought I would quit by now.
You have a troll? I was worried about that.
I know you were. You were so damn sure I would be trolled that you made sure of it. Why, Mom? Why would you say those awful things about your daughter?
Everything I do, everything I've done has only been to protect you.
By telling me I'm a rancid whore, just like her mother? Mom, I can't even repeat some of the things that you wrote to me. That's so disgusting.
Yeah, it is disgusting. And that's what happens when you put yourself out there and try to share yourself with other people. They come for you and they destroy you. And you have the nerve to use my recipes and splay them out for the whole world to see? Like you don't even realize what someone could do to you if they decided they don't like you? You have no idea the rejection, the judgment coming your way, Martha. I tried so hard to get people to like me, and I was ostracized. When I was young, I actually believed my Cardamom Loaf would fix my mistakes and get everyone to forgive me. But it just made things worse. The more I shared, the more mistakes I made, and the more people would avoid me. Now I'm alone in this world, and you and Miranda are all I have. There's nothing I wouldn't do to keep you from all the pain I've suffered.
I'm not a drunk. I'm not sleeping with other people's husbands.
You think it's so simple, don't you? You think it's always going to be easy to tell the difference between right and wrong. Just wait until a man tells you he loves you and you believe him. Wait until your mind is so full of longing that you can't even see straight. Wait until you're 18 and you leave the house so your father can't beat you up again and you sneak into a bar to get drunk because it's the only thing that takes away the pain. Try coming out of a blackout in an alley with your older boyfriend who you marry later, because what the hell do you know about love? One mistake after another, it happens that way. You'll get into some mess one of these days, Martha, and you'll fall from that high horse of yours. that thing still on?
Can I have the camera back?
Things got out of control. I'm coming down off a high from the alcohol. I need to go lie down.
I'll erase it, I promise. You don't know how
Martha holds her hand out to June, who's holding her camera. After a moment, June passes the camera back.
Go lie down, Mom.
June exits. Both women are devastated. Scene 4. Martha and June are drinking coffee together a few days later. Miranda enters from upstairs.
I have something to tell you. I've been in touch with my host family in France. They've generously offered to put me up for a few months while I go back to school.
In France?
That's what... Sorry. Yes, in France.
That's amazing.
Did you apply to go to school?
It'll be easier to do that once I get there.
Well, you can't just leave the country with no plan. I mean, you need money.
I have some money.
How much?
$12,000.
Since when?
Since the last 5 years that I've been saving.
Because I let you live here without paying rent. And now you're just going to fly to France like your family doesn't mean anything to you?
That's not it at all. But you'd be a little bit more supportive. You practically begged me to go to Seattle.
That was different.
Yeah, because it was for a boy?
It's closer. You could still come home from Seattle.
I can come home from Paris, too.
There's just no special reason for you to go all the way to France.
It's the last place I felt happy. I'm going to get back on track. And my host family is very excited to see me.
Mom, you've been wanting her to go back to school for...
You can't leave now. I'm under a lot of stress and, I haven't been stable. This is too much.
That's exactly why I'm leaving now. I realized I can't protect Martha from you, even when I'm home. She can handle herself now.
Thanks, Mimi. When do you leave?
Saturday. I just booked my ticket.
This Saturday? Well, that's not even a week's notice.
There was a deal in one of my email subscriptions.
I hope you're planning to leave your share of the household expenses then, since I haven't had time to adjust.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you live here to help me with bills and taking care of Martha.
It's not like she'll need a nanny. She already does all the cooking and cleaning for the 3 of us.
She does not.
Yes, I do.
I am the head of this house and I expect compensation for letting you live here for free.
Good one, Mom.
I'm serious. You owe me.
Don't get psycho on me, Mom. I thought we'd moved past all of this crap.
It's not fair.
Excuse me?
You haven't had any expenses all this time, and now I found out that you have $12,000 that I didn't.
You are going to regret the next thing that comes out of your mouth.
I suppose I should just be happy for you.
That would be the appropriate response.
How long will you be gone?
I don't know. Maybe 2 years. Maybe more.
I can't believe this.
You don't have to believe it. I'm still going.
This is great news. I'm so excited for you. Hopefully I can come visit when you get settled.
Of course you can, Marmar.
Oh yeah, that's just what I need. Left alone while my kids gallivant through Paris.
Come too, Ma.
Oh yeah, please.
I hope you do.
I'm gonna die alone in this house.
If you do, it's your own fault.
Of course, everything is my fault.
Your life is your fault. It's time for me to take control of mine. You've complained about what a loser I am for years, and now you're upset I'm going to do something about it? Just want me to rot with you because you're lonesome. It's messed up, Mom. You have to be able to see that.
It is pretty messed up.
Of course, I want you both to be happy. Of course I do.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself instead of us. Anyway, thanks for your support. I'm going to work.
What am I supposed to do?
Eat pancakes?
I can't eat pancakes.
Why not?
They have carbs.
Well, if you're going to die alone, no one will see you. Get fat.
Oh. I guess I had just gotten used to the idea that she was staying here.
I'm happy for her. I can't wait to visit her. Maybe I can take a class at the Sorbonne.
Sounds nice. I hope we can afford it.
I've been thinking,
Oh,
since our talk the other night, maybe you and I could try a new town. Maybe a fresh start would help you feel more like yourself. You wouldn't have to worry about the gossip or the past haunting you.
where would we go?
Somewhere nobody knows us.
What about your friends, your sports and things?
I'll always be friends with the best ones, but I don't really fit in here anyway, Mom. Most of the boys put fake balls on their trucks. You know what I mean?
Oh, don't say that word. It's gross.
It is gross. My point is I could use a new adventure, and after yesterday, maybe a fresh start is the best thing for both of us.
Most nice places to live are expensive.
Well, I checked the value of our house, and we could make enough money to get settled somewhere new. And hopefully we can work on your anxiety and you can get a better job, and I can help out too. And if it gets really bad, we can get a roommate.
How do you know all these things?
Google, Mom.
You really have thought this through.
We don't even have to move to a big city.
I don't know. It's a lot to do, a lot to learn. Overwhelming.
Just promise you'll think about it. It would mean a lot to me to see you healthy.
Healthy?
Yeah, you know, in your mind, in your heart.
Oh,
I don't think you're happy.
I'm fine. No anxiety.
Symptoms of anxiety include irregular sleeping, unrealistic view of problems, trembling, irritability, headaches, being easily startled.
Plenty of people are just jumpy. Stop trying to internet doctor me. Look, I'll think about moving, okay? But just please try to understand it's not so easy for me.
Because of anxiety.
Martha.
Okay.
So, does this mean you're not mad at me anymore?
No, I'm still mad.
Oh, I used to give my mother the silent treatment.
And how did that work out for you?
I guess it didn't.
What you did was wrong. So wrong. And I don't think I'll be able to trust you for a long time. But if you do this for me, move to a new place with better schools and commit to getting help, that would be a good way forward.
I'm surprised you don't want to try living with your father.
I called him.
You did?
I asked him if he ever touched you without your permission.
Oh, Jesus, Martha.
He said, when you're young, you do dumb things, but it's all in fun. And everyone turned out fine anyway.
Oh, Martha.
I told him, we are not fine. Miranda was struggling. I will fall apart soon, as as everything stops being perfect. And you're an agoraphobic, so controlling you will sabotage anything good to keep it from being so scary.
You shouldn't have said that to him.
It doesn't matter. I decided I can cope with your crazy more than his indifference. His
Well, gee,
cruelty.
thanks.
Excuse me if I'm not feeling especially sympathetic.
You're 1,000 times braver and smarter than me.
You'll do it.
I'll think about it.
You'll do it?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Will you tell your sister I'm sorry?
You can tell her.
She won't believe me.
All the more reason for you to keep practicing.
I just want her to know I am really, really sorry.
I'll let her know, but it would sound better coming from you.
I doubt it. Anyway, I'd better be getting upstairs.
I'll bring you a plate.
A small one.
Sure.
Scene 5. Lights up on Miranda, Martha, and June. The kitchen is set for a new baking shoot. June and Miranda are at the table drinking coffee. Martha is organizing her ingredients. A pile of luggage is near the door.
What time is your flight?
2:15. It'll take an hour to get to the airport plus 2 hours before takeoff, so Katie should be here any minute.
I'm glad your friend could give you a ride.
I know you don't like to drive.
I wish I was going with you.
Your time will come for your own adventures, little sis.
Yeah, easy for you to say when you're about to leave.
I waited long enough.
Fair point.
I wish I knew what to say.
You could say, you'll miss me. You want me to be safe. You're proud of me for taking control of my life.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Thanks, Mom.
I'll miss you. And I'm proud of you, sister.
Thanks, Martha. That's her. I guess this is it then.
But she's not coming inside?
Think you make her a little nervous, Mom.
I won't bite her.
Oh, well. Goodbye, Mom. Bye, Martha.
Let me help you with the bags.
Thanks.
Martha and Miranda gather up the bags and exit. June, while watching the window, gets up and goes to the freezer. She pulls out a flask hidden behind the ice tray. She goes to take a sip and looks unsatisfied. She shakes the flask upside down. It's empty.
Martha.
She takes another quick look outside, stuffs the flask back behind the freezer, and sits down. Martha re-enters.
Maybe you were right about moving, Martha.
Oh?
Yeah, I mean, I probably need to get away from here. Not feel so nervous every time I see a neighbor. Maybe a fresh start is just what I need. It's what the doctor ordered, and if it's just the two of us, maybe we could downsize.
Great. What do you think about these apartments?
Coeur d'Alene?
Doesn't that sound nice? It's a resort town.
Sounds expensive.
It'll be fine. We can live cheap and we can go to the lake for picnics and window shop the little boutiques, and it's still small and quiet, so it won't be crazy hectic or anything.
Sure, Martha. That sounds nice. What do we do?
I'll call a real estate agent, someone who doesn't know you, someone from out of town, and we'll put the house up for sale. We'll make a good amount of money on it, I'm sure of it. Then we'll start packing up our things. We can sell some things, start downsizing. It's going to be so great. You'll see.
Okay. Martha,
Yes, Mom?
you're a good girl.
Thanks, Mom.
Scene 6. Lights up on Martha and June.
Hey, YouTubers. We have a very special guest, the best baker I know, my mother, June. She's going to teach us how to make one of my favorite baking goods of all, her cardamom loaf. This is a citrusy spiced cake, like bread baked in a loaf tin. It goes perfectly with a cup of Earl Grey tea. If you're a tea nerd like me, you'll appreciate this quick bread. Mom, shall we get started?
Yes, Martha. Thank you. Here's all the ingredients laid out here, so we can start mixing.
Martha gestures for June to look into the camera, and she does. End of play.
Yay! That was so great. Ah, what an emotional roller coaster.
Aww.
All right, let's get all of our actors back out here so that we can thank all of them. As June, we had Jeanette Miller-Mickenham. Miranda was played by Jessica Kinsey. Martha was played by Ellie Smith. And Tana was played by Karen Cannon. Thank you all so much for lending your acting talents. Thank you, Kali, for writing such a great play. And thank you, audience, for hanging out with us this afternoon to appreciate it. If you stick around for just a couple of more minutes, you can see a preview of some of the cool stuff the Majestic has coming up real soon. Thank you all.